Hello, welcome to this anniversary edition of TBR Bakery. That does not necessarily mean anything special. March is just the anniversary month of when I started playing this game. So this is my 2-year anniversary of TBR Bakery, which is a little insane. It does not feel like it's been that long. I have had a bit of a day today, but I have to film this today. I'm filming it hours later than I wanted to, so if I lack a little bit of energy, I apologize, but we're just gonna keep things rolling here. So I am just going to go over how I did last month, and then we will get right into the game. Priority reads for March, I don't necessarily have any. As usual, finishing books that I have started that I have not finished yet, and I would like to read more sequels, so maybe wherever possible I'll fit in a sequel. I do want to read Valor this month. I would love to read The Ashes in the Starker's King, because as we'll get to, I read Six Scorched Roses in February. But I mean, other than that, there's not really like a whole lot that I'm super eager to pick up. I do also have a stack of library books and a borrowed book. One of my coworkers let me borrow Archeron by Sherilyn Kenyon. I know this is like the 20th book in this series or something, but she insists that you can read them as like companions, and she said this is one of her favorites, and then she just gave it to me, so I feel that it is necessary to read this book before I give it back to her. And then, yeah, I have a stack of library books, so if I can fit those on here, that would be nice. But other than that, I don't really have a lot going on in March. I'm gonna take it kind of easy in March. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into how I did last month and get into the game. Okay, let's do this. So, I have a couple of stand-ins here. I have The Serpent and the Wolf for an ebook. This is just a stand-in. I still didn't read this book. This has been on, I think, 3 TBRs in a row now, and I haven't read it. I had The Solstice Court for Seen on BookTube, and I'm almost done with this. I did make good progress, so I'm kind of counting it as done, even though I probably won't be completely finished with it by the end of the month. But I mean, it was my birthday month, so we're just gonna cut me a break. And for the end spot, it was a spinner wheel. I think it was like next in series or continuous series or something. And for that, I had put The Ashes in the Starker's King, but I was nice to myself. I switched out for Six Scorched Roses, and I did finish this. So I read one, I made really good progress in one, and I didn't touch one. Unfortunately, that does mean that I failed this month's TBR, so I have to spin the spinner wheel of shame again. Let's just do it, okay? I'm going to screen record for you guys. I will move over so you can see it. So I added The Serpent and the Wolf again. So like I said, this is the 3rd month that I have not read it. So now that slice has 3 spots, whereas the rest of them only have 1. Bloodguard is still on here, and I have read more than a quarter of it, maybe like a third of it. So technically maybe it shouldn't be on there anymore because I have started it, but I'm just gonna leave it on there. Actually 19 Minutes is on there too, and I started that. The Liar's Knot's on there, and I started that. So never mind. Garden Spells, never mind. Don't even disregard. So Serpent and the Wolf has a better chance of coming up, but I mean, hopefully it won't again, because I probably just won't read it again. But okay, let's spin the wheel and see what I get. And again with this, the point of this is whatever comes up, I can try to fit it in the prompts, but if I can't fit it in the prompts, it's just an extra book that I probably won't read. But the whole point is that I need to read it, so whatever. Okay, let's just spin and see what happens. Oh. Okay, I am really happy with this result, because here's the thing. I'm actually really enjoying this, and it's one of those things, I just started it late in the month, which is why I did not finish it, but I am having a really good time with this book. So in this book, we are following a gladiator. The lower class in this society has to, well, they don't have to, but they can choose to fight in the arena as a gladiator to earn money for their families, but because of like the political system and everything, they don't even really make that much money. So our main characters in this book are a gladiator named Leith and a princess named Maeve, and I'm loving this. Like, it's not amazing literature. So this book is put out by Red Tower Books, which is the same publishing house that did Fourth Wing, and it's kind of that same type of book. There are definite flaws, like very visible flaws, but it's just very compulsively readable and you don't have to put a lot of thought into it. It's just kind of like a popcorn read. What I mean by it's kind of reminding me of Fourth Wing a little bit is like there are certain things that the author puts in here as like they're supposed to like lead you to a punchline, but then it doesn't actually like make sense in the story. Like you can tell like she's having characters say things just for the sake of a punchline to a joke, but then in the story, like the context of the story, it doesn't actually make sense. So like if you use like an ounce of critical thinking, things in this book don't hold up, but it's just a really good time. While I'm reading it, I'm having a good time. And I said the same exact thing about Fourth Wing. So I ended up DNFing that series after Iron Flame. I really did not enjoy Iron Flame, but I gave Fourth Wing 4 stars. Like, I had a good time, even though, again, 1 ounce of critical thinking, it doesn't hold up, but it was a good time while I was reading it, and I feel exactly the same about Bloodguard. So I'm actually really excited that this came up. I hope I can fit it onto the TBR Bakery TBR because I don't necessarily want to have extra books, but I'm really excited about this. Okay, so with all that stuff sorted, let's just get right into the rolls. My husband 3D printed me a little donut moving piece. I have to paint it. Like I want to paint it to actually like look like a donut. He just made it with pink filament, but I want to paint the bottom to look like a donut and like paint the sprinkles a different color. I think it'll be cute, but for now we just have a little donut. But okay, let's do roll 1. A 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't see what I'm doing. We have a cake slice. And it is way back TBR, so something from 2019 or 2020. So I had to scroll through a little bit on my Goodreads, but I have a book that I added in January of 2019, and that is Prince Charming by Rachel Hawkins. I don't know much about this book. It looks like a just random small town Floridian girl is almost engaged to the Prince of Scotland. She has no desire to live in the spotlight, but relentless tabloid attention forces her to join Ellie at the relative seclusion of the castle across the pond. I don't know much about this. I feel like I heard people talk about it back in the day. It came out in 2018. And I feel like I heard people on BookTube talk about it back then, but I haven't really heard anything since necessarily. And I have never read anything by this author before, but it sounds cute, sounds fun. So that is going to be my choice for roll number 1. Okay, so let's just do roll 2. Ooh, a 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another cake slice. And it is random number physical TBR. Great. So there's 151 on this list. Some of them I might have read already, but we'll just see how this goes. So I'm going to record my screen again. Okay. Okay, so we are recording and I'm going to generate, no, max 10. What am I doing? Okay, so that's supposed to be 151. Okay, let's generate 117. Okay, great. So now I have to go onto this list that is not numbered and count to 117. No, you know what? We're just gonna use my old list because I don't want to count that high. In the interest of time, I'm gonna figure out what book number 117 is later. Let's just get into roll 3. Okay, this is roll 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another cake slice. All cake slices so far. It is steal a book. Okay, so here I'm gonna cheat a little bit. It wants me to steal a book, and I'm just gonna plug in the Solstice Court because I already stole it from Debbie over at Book and Bujo. I will link her down below, of course. I'm just gonna steal it again. So I will be reading the Solstice Court for this prompt, and let's just get straight into roll 4. Okay, roll 4. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. 1, 2. Meow. We destroyed the batch. We burned everything and we have to start over. Okay, so I had to take a beat. My husband just got home anyway. Perfect timing. I got to take a little break from this. I said that I wanted this to be casual and fun. This is not working out to my advantage. Okay, so we're back to the beginning, and I'm just gonna spin the punishment wheel again because I don't think I have the burnt batch spot wheel set up. If I do, I'll use it, but I don't know if I do. No, I don't. So we're just gonna spin the TBR pile of shame again and see what we get. Okay, let me move over. Here you go. Let's do this. Oh, okay. Well, at least it's something that I would have put on the TBR anyway. I actually have it right here. It was another one of my stand-in books. So I have The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. This is perfect because I am coming off the back of Six Scorched Roses. So yes, I'm happy about this. So at the very least, the wheel is being nice to me because it's given me 2 books that I would have liked on my TBR anyway. But, you know, we're still back at the beginning. So let's carry on. Okay, so I actually just went and looked. I will put the screenshot here. I found out what book 117 was. It is The Beach House by James Patterson. I actually don't even know where that is, so I'm gonna have to find it. So I guess it helps, like it works that I didn't go and get it. Like figure out what it was and go and get it earlier because I wouldn't have known anyway. So going back to roll 2, that's what that book is. But now we are back at the beginning. Let's start over with, well, roll number 1, but really it's roll number 5. Okay, roll 5. Let's hope for some better luck this time around. 2. 1, 2. We have a cupcake. A book I know nothing about. Okay, well, I have the perfect book for this. I know nothing about Archeron by Sherilyn Kenyon. Kenyon? Sherilyn Kenyon. As I said at the beginning of this video, this is a book that a coworker lent to me. It's her favorite in the series, but it is very deep in a series, but she insists that they are companions. So I'm just gonna see how this goes. Yeah, I'm just gonna see how this goes. But this is the perfect time to put this on the TBR. Acron, Natron. I don't freaking know. Roll 6. A 1. We are making great progress with a donut. It is a book from the TBR cart, which is right here. And I already know what I'm going to choose. We're going to do, oh no. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to finish 19 Minutes by Jodi Picoult. I started this a few months ago. I got more than halfway, but I was listening to it on audio and the audiobook got returned to the library and then I just never picked it up again. I believe my hold is coming up again, so now is the perfect time, or I can just read it with my eyes. I have the physical copy. So yeah, this is going to be for a TBR cart book. This takes place in a small New Hampshire town where something happens at the high school and it kind of, you know, creates a rift between the adults and the kids in this town. And it's one of those like, it will change their lives forever type situations, I believe. It's a little bit hard hitting. I said the first time around that the synopsis kind of reminds me of Beartown by Frederick Bachman. And I feel like I got kind of similar vibes listening to the audiobook as well. Like I said, it's been a while. I might actually even just start it over. It's only been a few months, but I don't really like remember details about it. So I might end up starting it over. We'll see. Like I said, I did get more than halfway through it, but I might do well to listen to it again or give myself a little bit of a refresher. But I remember really enjoying it, so I'm excited to get back into this one. Excited, I don't know if that's the right word to go with like the vibe of this book, but I can't say looking forward to either. I don't know what the right word is. Let's start reading this again. I think that'll be good. I said I wanted to have a chill March. This is not turning into a chill March. Roll 7. Really? Another 1. Okay, great. A cake slice. It is roll a d8, even move forward, odd move back. I have my d8 here and let's give it a roll. It's a 6. Okay, so finally something good is happening. We are moving forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 a cake. Come on. Back to last cake. Okay, great. So we are going back to here. That's the last cake. And we still have to pick a card. TBR Vet. Okay. Okay, so for this, I am going to pick How to Love a Jamaican by Alexia Arthurs. I started this book actually almost 2 years ago when I went to Jamaica for my 5-year wedding anniversary with my husband. I enjoy it. It's a collection of short stories following families in the Jamaican diaspora. I got like halfway through, and then I just never picked it up again, so I think 2 years counts as a TBR vet, so we're gonna read some more short stories. Okay, roll 8. It would be lovely if we could get off the first line of the board. It really would, so let's see if we can accomplish that. A 4. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. A cupcake. And it is a classic. Okay. Okay, so this is a little bit of an out there one, but while I was looking for a way back TBR book, I saw that I had not purchased. I think I got it for free. Whatever. I saw that I had added Dracula to my TBR. So I think that's what I'm going to choose just because it's on the top of my mind right now. And I know that I have it on ebook. So yeah, I don't think I need to explain what Dracula is. It's like a classic vampire tale. I think everybody knows what that is. So that's what we're going to do for this one. And let's move right into roll number 9 because I am tired. Okay, roll 9. A 2. Okay. 1, 2, another cake slice. It is lowest rated physical TBR. Come on. Okay, so we got another cake and we got lowest rated physical TBR. Oh, okay. Well, we've gotten this prompt recently because this book is right here. Every Step You Take by Judith Kelman. It has a 3.68, was it? 3.28 on Goodreads. So this is going to be great. It says, Claire Barrow has found a fascinating focus for her latest novel, identity theft, but her invention turns all too real as Claire begins to recognize that someone is systematically stealing her life. Her nightmare deepens with the stunning news that the courts have released the vicious killer her late husband tried to put away for life. On a collision course with total ruin and with no one left to trust, Claire sees only one very dangerous way out. Great. I'm sure I'm gonna love this. Let's go for roll number 10. A 6. Okay. I think that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's good. I'll take it. A donut. A hardcover book. Okay, so for this, I'm going to use a book that I just recently got. It will be in a haul that is not actually up on my channel yet, but it might be the next video that comes out. And that is First Time Caller by BK Borison. I recently started a Book of the Month subscription. It was a very good, like, holiday sale where it was $5 for your first box. So that's why I didn't necessarily have any interest in Book of the Month, but you know, we'll see how it goes. I read, what was it called? What was it called? Love Light Farms. I read Love Light Farms by BK Borison and I really, really enjoyed it. So when I saw that this was a pick, I was excited to check out something else by the author. This is a story about a radio host who hosts like a love connection type show and a single mom whose child is a little bit chaotic and calls it the radio show. And basically then the entire area is trying to find her mom a boyfriend. So I think it sounds really cute. I'm excited to read it. I did want to read it in February for, you know, Valentine's Day, but I'll do it. I'll read it now. I'm still excited to read this. Roll 11. I'm not going to say it, but you know. You know. Oh, thank goodness. 1, 2, a cupcake. Come on. A free pick. Ooh, that's what I need right now. Okay, so roll 11 got us a cupcake and it was a free pick, and for that I'm going to read A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. I read An Ember in the Ashes and loved it. I believe I gave it 5 stars. And like I was very eager to just jump right into this book, but I was in the middle of other things at the time, so I couldn't, but I do have it out from the library, so I'd like to read it sooner rather than later, and I am very excited to get it on the official TBR. If you don't know what An Ember in the Ashes is about, we are following our 2 main characters, Laia and Elias. Laia is a scholar who is, they're considered like the lower class in the society, and she is tasked with spying on certain people at a prestigious military school where Elias is not only a student, he is basically like the top ranking student. And it's the story of them kind of like, you know, orbiting around each other, and then finally their stories kind of come together. And it was so good. I loved it so much that, like I said, I wanted to jump right into the second book. I just didn't get a chance. So that is for free pick. All right, roll 12. Oh yes, that I love. 1, 2, 3, end spots. Finally. Oh, remove a book. That is amazing. Okay, so the game finally did something nice for me, and I get to remove a book for my end spot. Okay. Oh, you know what I just realized? I didn't even attempt to get Bloodguard into the actual TBR. Of course I didn't. Okay, so I am going to get rid of the random number physical TBR, The Beach House by James Patterson. 1, because like I said, I don't know where it is and I don't feel like digging it out. And 2, I'm just not that interested in reading James Patterson, especially not right now. So we're gonna get rid of that. So these are all the books that I have. This is a placeholder, this is Bloodguard, but I didn't even think to get it on the TBR, like I said. So we have Prince Charming by Rachel Hawkins for a way back TBR, The Solstice Court for Steal a Book, The Burnt Batch Spot got us The Ashes in the Starcursed King. A book I know nothing about is going to be Art Acheron? I have no idea how to pronounce that, but yeah, that one. A TBR cart book is going to be 19 Minutes by Jodi Picoult. TBR vet is How to Love a Jamaican. A classic is going to be Dracula. My lowest rated physical TBR book is Every Step You Take by Judith Kelman. Hardcover is going to be First Time Caller by BK Borison. And my free pick is going to be A Torch Against the Night by Saba Tahir. And The Beach House got taken off for my Remove a Book end spot, the one nice thing that happened to me during this game of TBR Bakery. So that is gonna do it for the March 2025 edition of TBR Bakery. The 2-year anniversary edition was probably one of the meanest games that I've ever had on a day that I really was not in the mood for a mean TBR game. But that being said, it's over. I will probably be taking a punishment next month, so get ready for that. But yeah, I hope you have a great reading month in March. Pray for me, because there's no way I'm reading this much. I couldn't even finish 3 books in February, but we are gonna go in a happy place with an open mind and pretend that I can read all these books. So that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for stopping by my little corner of the internet today, and let me know what you are excited to read in the month of March. I'll see you next time. Bye.